Tom MacDonald, Ronald Tom MacDonald, in this case, brought out a new song, which is called Clown World. And it's full of politics again, you know? So, I had to comment this. I cannot leave that shit uncommented what I just saw. I just watched the video, you know, for the first time. So, it's amazing. There's a lot. I wanted to talk about Tom MacDonald before this, but after I saw this video, I have to recalibrate myself a little bit, so I can talk about all of this, what I just saw. So, Ronald Tom MacDonald brought out a new song, all about clowns. And the clowns are political clowns, you know? So, let's say he shed that video out, he really pressed it out, it just came too early, that's my feeling. He got in this typical capitalist trap. He had to do something, you know. He blew up with his last songs, and particularly his last song, which was Fake Walk, I think. And he really blew up, so he had to do something. I followed him on YouTube and saw him packaging his CDs because people were ordering and stuff like that. And he does all by himself, it seems. He's not an institution by now, you know, but I think that's pretty cool, you know, so that he does everything by himself. But then, you know, you can't be a part of a company if you say, I do everything by myself, I cannot be cancelled. So, yeah, you have to do everything but by yourself if you don't want to be cancelled. So, I understand that. And I respect it to some degree, like I said. But it's this typical capitalist pressure that, like, when he blew up, he said, okay, now I gotta come up with something new, you know, I have to follow up to what I did before, which made me famous, you know. Now I have to put something up, I have to, you know, make something else. And as somebody who has shot videos for bands and produced bands and who also has a band, and believe me, I know how much work that is to do this shit, but he somehow managed to do that. I think Fake Walk came out like 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago or something like that. And to bring out a completely new song, to write a new song, to perform the new song, to mix the new song, to record the video and do everything around it, you know, and to bring it out, that's a lot of fucking work, you know. You cannot sleep at all if you want to manage this shit, and you have to respect it, you know, you have to respect it in some way. So the point is, I listened to the song and I think because he had to speed the shit up, to speed the process of creativity up, he's not that good anymore, you know. It's not that he was good in a political sense before, but he was musically good. Now the musicality has also, you know, degraded a little bit. He's not that good like he was in the previous songs where he had a lot of time. Yeah, so I think this is the pressure of the market, because if there is an artist who wants to do something and you don't leave him any room, you don't leave him any time, you know, to develop shit, then, you know, it's not developed what comes out. So Ronald Tom MacDonald, I think he became famous, and I think that he doesn't understand why he became famous. I think that he really doesn't understand why he became famous. I think he became famous because of politics. That's how it is. The political division of the USA put him up where he is now. He's in the charts because of the right-wingers who push him, because he pushes their agenda. He's just a useful puppet, you know? That's what I think. And they use him, and he doesn't get it. He thinks he's appreciated for his arts. Well, I appreciate him for his arts. Let me tell you this, he's a good musician. That's the first thing. Although I oppose his politics because I'm a leftist, I think that he is a good musician. He's a good rapper. He does some very good music. As a musician myself, I can attest that to him, you know? So, the thing is, that I think that he thinks that he's famous now because people recognize that he's a good musician. But I think that 80% of the political people who follow him and listen to his music and push him, they don't give a fuck about his music. That's what I think. And that's sad. And I think that he thinks that they understand his music, they feel it. And I think that they feel it to some degree, but I think he's misjudging shit there. And I think it's because he doesn't understand politics at all. Like, his lyrics are completely... how to put this, His lyrics are completely... It's like somebody who doesn't know shit about politics would write lyrics like this, And we will go through the lyrics because I can't play you the song, and discuss the song while we play it because, copyright DMCA will fucking strike me. So I don't want to do this, and I'm gonna read you the lyrics fast because you can see easily where this guy is going and that he didn't work on the lyrics because he's repeating stuff from previous songs, and that's very sad. But he had no time, so capitalism, you have to roll the fucking ball, when fame comes to you. So that's how capitalism destroys arts. I'm gonna make an own episode about that, how capitalism destroys arts, So, but let's talk about Ronald Tom MacDonald with his clown world. So, yeah, let's put it this way. Let's start it so. When I was at the university for film, I studied film. In a university, and I had a teacher there who taught us something very interesting. He said, if you want to criticize your fellow filmmakers, like your friends, do it in the following way. First, say the thing that you think are positive, then say the negative things, and then say where you see potential for improvement. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay? So first positive, then negative, then potential for improvement. Yeah. So what can I say positively about Tom MacDonald? I think that his beats are amazing. I think that his flow is sick. I think he really, really cracks that shit, and I think that he's really, really good. Okay? So when he's rapping, and I like how he rhymes. I like how he flows. I said that. I like his musical side. Okay, so that's about it. What I can say. That's the most positive thing I can say about Tom MacDonald. I also like it how he pushes through, and how he is self-confident, and how he sticks to his goal and stuff like that. I liked it. That's very important for an artist, and I respect it. So that's the positive stuff I can say about him. So let's get to the negative shit. The negative shit is practically his political position. His political position is really unreflected. He's just repeating the same old right-wing narrative. His last song, Fake Walk, had this line, "Facts don't care about your feelings." I don't know how the melody went, but something like that. Facts don't care about your feelings. He's just reproducing Ben Shapiro, And then he had all this Black Lives Matter, all lives matter, It's all these far-right talking points that he's just using there to what? To sell music in the end, because he thinks he's fighting for a political agenda, but he's just pushing a political agenda of somebody else. This is not his political agenda. Why the fuck would he care about these things? I think he cares about these things only because somebody else, which is the right-wing media, has lit him on fire. So he follows these things, and he's very upset about what he has learned about the political world. But he doesn't recognize that he just learned it from one side of the spectrum, and that he didn't just think about it for long enough. let's put it this way. So that's the thing, and I don't like that he's this political character now that's misused by the right because he's a good artist. You know, that's shameful for an artist. When you make a piece of art, it's very shameful that you can be misused by a political group. That's very negative, because an artist should be like above politics. Artists should tell the truth, whatever that means, but like an emotional truth or a spiritual truth or arts should be above politics. They should reach like every human being. And this is not what he does. He's making politics with arts. And that's okay. You can do that. John Lennon did it. And John Lennon did it very well. He's one of the best people who did that. But, oh my God, Tom MacDonald hasn't studied politics long enough to do that, you know? So let's go into his lyrics, because this is my main critique about his stuff that he's doing. That's my main critique about everything that he does. So I would go into the lyrics, and yeah, let's see the lyrics. Let's see what Clown Verse is about, you know, since I can't play the song. You worry about leaving a better planet for our kids? How about leaving better kids for our planet? Now there we start, you know. This is so ridiculous. This is just I know you can say, oh, this is such a deep thought, you know. This is such a deep thought. Leaving better kids for our planet. Yeah. But if they don't have a better planet, where are they going to live? Ronald Tom MacDonald, you know. you fucking clown yourself. You know, you're a political clown. You are the only clown, you know. This is ridiculous. Leaving better kids. What does that mean? People are quarreling about bringing up children for, I don't know, 100 years now. 170 years. How many? You know, there is this interesting book by Neil Postman called how is it called? The Vanishing of Childhood or something like this. I don't know what the English title is, but Neil Postman, Childhood, type it in, look it up. So he tells you when childhood was invented in our culture and why it's vanishing now because of television and internet. Just read it, you know. So then we have the next thing, entire generation offended at everything. Getting mad that a human thinks all lives matter. Yeah, because it's politics. It's politics. We all know that all lives matter. That's not the point. It's a political movement that says Black Lives Matter. And it makes sense because Black lives are more, there is a greater probability that a Black life will be erased. You know, that a Black person will be killed. So that's why people say Black Lives Matter. Don't forget it. Because Black lives are... That's what the people try to remind other people, that Black lives are a part of all lives. Because the problem is that whoever believes that all lives matter just simply doesn't believe that Black lives are part of all lives. That's the whole problem, you see? So that's why it's called Black Lives Matter. But you don't know that. You didn't think about that. You think like, why Black Lives Matter? All lives matter. That makes sense. Yes, it makes sense, but not in a political way. It makes a sense in a philosophical way, maybe. You know? But that's the point where I say you don't know shit about politics, Ronald Tom MacDonald. Educate yourself. This is the point. So, we don't need black or white or left or right. All we need is common sense. We need balance. Oh, for... No shit, really. So, if you were here right now, the first thing I would ask you is, what's the difference between left and right? What is the definition of political left? What is the definition of political right? This is the first thing I would ask you. Just because I think that you don't know the answer to this. I don't think that you know the answer, you know? Because to say in politics that we need common sense, it's ridiculous. Sorry that I have to pull the Nazis out of nowhere, but the Nazis said, we need a common sense, you know? That's how Nazis argued. We need a common sense. I bet you didn't know that, but it doesn't matter, you know? So we need balance. What does that mean? Spiritual balance, societal balance. What kind of balance do we need? Balance on a ball, standing on a ball like in this yoga class or something like this? What the fuck are you talking about, you know? And even if you're talking about social balance, economic balance, political balance, you see there are many balances. And we need common sense. What is this balance? What is this common sense? The problem why left and right exists is because we cannot agree on what common sense and balance is. This is the quarrel between left and right. We, the leftists, we say we need a world where everybody has equal chances, where everybody is equal, you know, in the sense that they can live a normal life, a fulfilling life. And the right is advocating for no. There are people who are more worth than other people. People who who should have more benefits, who should rule over people who have less benefits or who are not equal enough. Okay? This is the big difference. This is why there is no balance, because we are quarreling about this shit for 200 years now. And you know, you just come up like to a... this is like going to Israel and Palestine and saying like, why don't you just love each other? You know, this is the same thing. Like, you don't know shit about anything, dude. Just, what's going on? And then, we are all in the same boat. Why you try and make holes? Yeah, I could explain this, but after I explain this, I think, you know, you understand what's going on, you know. Who's making the holes, dude? Who's making the holes, you know? And you, let me tell you this, because I told you about, you don't know what left and right is. Are you aware that you are not a centrist? You think that you are a centrist or something like that. Like, who needs left? Who needs right? I am just balanced. I'm just trying to find common sense. No, you're not. You're on the right side. And you even don't know it, because you don't know shit about politics. That's your fucking problem. That's why I am criticizing you. So this is what, you know, if they think we think this is madness, yeah, tell this to the right. Tell this to your buddies from the right. Go to the right and tell them this, you know. Tell your people all this that you're just telling me right here, right now, you know. So this is the problem. We are trying to stop them, we on the left. We don't want them to, you know, if they think we think. Think about climate change, but you probably think that this is a hoax or something like this, you know? Dude, I'm offended that you're offended by me taking offense. Eminem did this. I am offended because you are offended because you think I'm offensive. You know, Eminem did this on the album Encore. Listen to the album Encore, I think it's Rain Man. The song is Rain Man. He did this, okay? So why are you copying Eminem? Dude, come on. Because you're white and you're appropriating black culture? This is why you... Okay. So, I'm offended that you're offended by me taking offense. Another thing is that's very problematic with this is the horseshoe theory. I know you never heard of it, but the horseshoe theory is exactly the practical place where they always use the horseshoe theory to make a relativization of politics is where they say, like, you know, the right wants to kill people and wants minorities to shut up, and the leftists therefore want the right to shut up. So leftists are the same as right-wingers because they all want people to shut up. So now this is no argument for you, I know, but if you are involved in politics, you will understand where the difference is, okay? This is all I can say. Trump can't build a wall. Why does your house have a fence? So you really seriously do not understand where the difference is between a private house and a state that builds a fence out of fascistic reasons to prevent people from getting inside a state. So like where 300 million people live. So this is you don't get the difference between a fence like in a house and a fence in a state. I know that you don't get a difference because the right wingers are always like talking about their house when they talk about a state. They treat it like it's their home, their house. It belongs only to them. No, your state is not your private property. Okay? Your state is not your private property. It's a democratic ground that you share with other people. And you cannot go up there and say, I want to put a fence around it. And, the majority disagrees, says, no, don't put a fence up. What's going on? We have a border already. That's what the fuck are borders for. So, no. We're going to put up a fence, and I don't care if you want it. It's my private property, You don't know what you're talking about, dude. I believe in two genders. I'm not mad at the rest. I'm just confused when a dude has a beard and some breasts. You need to educate yourself. This is the point. I believe in two genders. What is there to believe? First of all, what is there to believe? Why do you believe in genders? What means two genders? Do you know the difference between sex and gender? I have so many questions for you. It's so unfortunate that you cannot answer. Okay? So I don't know if I have to explain to you why you should know that there are more genders than two, and why you not should believe it. Like it's not a matter of is there a God or not? It's genders. It's defined. Gender is a social construct, but educate yourself. I'm not here to do that. We won't always agree. Nope. I don't hate all police. Nope. I don't think that the system's racist. I just think the system hates people. Well, you should get a honorary politics degree. Like you, in your first fucking verse, you really solved all the fucking problems we have in the politics. Like really, we are just so stupid. We are talking about politics for 100, 200, 300, 500 years. But you solved it with a verse. You just got the common sense. We are stupid. Thank you. Thank you for your solutions. We won't always agree. Nope. No, we won't always agree, and that's good. We should talk about shit, yeah. I don't hate all police, neither do I. I think police does some good job, but there are some problems there. Many people think there are some problems there, And you can, if you want to inform yourself, you can find out where these problems are, according to the people that find where that there are problems, okay? So I'm just suggesting. I don't think that the system's racist. Yes, the system is racist. There are many YouTubers online where you can learn. They've explained it in every detail. You can go there and find out why the system is racist. Go there and just educate yourself. I encourage you, and I hope that you're going to do this. Okay? I just think the system hates people. Yeah, well, what is the system? That's the first thing I would ask you. What is the system, my friend? Is the system the capitalist system? Because the only system you should give a fuck about now is capitalism, because it's the ruling system. Okay? If you're talking about capitalism, which you're not, I don't think you're talking about capitalism. I don't think you were talking about capitalism. You would have said it if you would have known anything about capitalism. You would have said it already. So capitalism as the system, it doesn't just hate people, it hates poor people, okay? The rich people are very well off in capitalism, okay? So the 1% are very good off. The upper 10%, they are very good off in capitalism. The problem is the lower 90%. They are pretty fucked by the system, It doesn't hate people, it hates poor people. That's the point. But you can educate yourself, just type in, I don't know what to type in. You know how to Google. I told you everything that you should know. And then there's the pre-chorus. You got the verse, the pre-chorus, and the chorus. You had no time to make a song, but you made 3 parts of it from it, and I respect you for that, my friend. Pre-chorus. I think fighting violence with more violence is what they want. True that. I'm against violence too. That's right. Now you're just finding shit out, dude. You're very cool. Viruses and riots, people dying. We won't stay home. Okay, viruses and riots, people dying. Okay, we won't stay home. Whatever that matters. Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. Again, really. What's all this division for? Yeah, go to your gurus, to your alt-right idols, to who you quote in your fucking songs. Go up to them and ask them, what's all this division for? Okay? Ask them that, but seriously. Go up to Ben Shapiro and ask him, what's all this division for? You know? Ask him that. Maybe he can answer this for you. Or Jordan Peterson, or, you know, what's all this division for? Yeah, I mean, you just before said, I believe in 2 genders. I'm not mad at the rest. I'm just confused when a dude has a beard and some breasts, you know? Aren't you just a little bit dividing? I'm just saying, but it doesn't matter. If you're confused, you can learn something, you know? Go online and try to learn. You believe in 2 genders. It's okay to believe in 2 genders, but you can learn, you know? Then you can know. It's better than that. Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. You're right. Oh my God, but that you're repeating this is crazy. Like in 3-4 songs now, it must be really hurting you, you know, this Black Lives Matter movement. It must be really heavy on your shitty chest. It's modern segregation. This is setting up a civil war. Now we're going for the full shit, like setting up a civil war. Are you a Tim Pool fan? Do you like Tim Pool? Are you watching Tim Pool? Like civil war, civil war, civil war, civil war. You know who the people are who are setting up a civil war? It's the QAnon idiots. They are setting up a civil war. There is these rioters at the Capitol. They are setting up a civil war. You know, there are people who are actually really trying to make a civil. The Proud Boys, you know, people like that. They try to make a civil war because they want to, you know, seize the power. They want to overthrow the government, so to you know, put up a fascistic state. So, but they belong to your side. I know you think you're a centrist, but you're not. They belong to your side. Go talk to these people why they are setting a civil war. And you say Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. It's modern segregation. You are doing the segregation. Don't you understand it? No, you don't. But it's okay. Educate yourself. This is all I can say. Burn this circus down because the world is full of clowns. Do I have to remind you that you dressed as a clown in your video? I have to mute this shit so we can see you like a clown, you know? You dressed like a fucking clown. You have fucking diamonds on your fucking teeth. What the fuck is going on, dude? You know? I mean, you have a problem that Cardi B is selling some bullshit to children. What the fuck are you selling to children with how does your conservative mind on sexuality puts up with your tattoos all over the fucking face and like diamonds on the fucking teeth and just a piercing? I have no problem with that, but you should have a problem with that since you are so conservative. You know what's going on. Now you're gonna say I'm not a conservative. I know. So verse 2. Yeah. Burn the circus down. Sorry, back to the chorus. Burn the circus down because the world is full of clowns. It rhymes, so it must be right. They are all stupid and they are proud. Painted smiles on their mouths. Just said nothing. I don't hang with bozos, homie. I can't be around you. So I'm the bozo, you're not. Interesting. That's very dividing, my friend. Anyone who knows me knows my feet don't fit in clown shoes. So, since clown shoes... Facts don't care about your feelings. Listen to this shit. Clown shoes are big. Like, clown shoes are huge, okay? Every fucking foot out there fits in clown shoes. You would have like to have a Bigfoot foot so it doesn't fit in a clown shoe. So, you're wrong even on fucking clown shoes. Dude, educate yourself. What the fuck? And take yourself some time, you know, forget capitalism, man. Forget fame. Take yourself some time and educate yourself on this matter. You're just like, what the fuck is going on, man? What the fuck is going on? Verse 2. When I was a child, the only races that we hated were the ones that we ran and didn't win. That's sophisticated. No, that's not true. I don't know when you were a child, but if you were a child, like I would guess you were a child in the 80s. I think that that racism in the 80s was higher, in the US at least, it was higher than today. So what the fuck are you talking about? Do you remember the LA riots? I mean, Google shit. You've got Google. Why do I? I'm not an US American. Why do I have to tell you your history that you know, obviously? You know? Or you are just say, the only races that we hated, like you and your friends. Yeah, you were children. You didn't know shit. Why the fuck would you hate any other race? You do it when you grow up and then you go around and even if you don't hate races, you're like, all the lives matter. It's not black lives that matter, all lives matter. You say, I'm so clever. I know everything. Come on, dude. Then we stopped playing with each other, started hating on each other. Yeah, probably you stopped playing with each other because you grew up and I don't know, man. What the fuck? Started noticing the color of our skin. Christians and atheists, immigrants, patriots. You know, you're just repeating Ben Shapiro again. Like, I see no color. I see no color. Yeah, you see color. Don't you fucking lie to me. Christians and atheists, immigrants, patriots, we love the country, but we are not saving it. We love the country, but we are not saving it? Like saving it in a video game? What the fuck are you talking about? Wages don't raise to the rate of inflation. Yeah, true. It's neoliberalist capitalism in this very particular issue. It's capitalism, but it's neoliberalism. Hey, do you know anything about neoliberalism? Have you ever heard this word? Try to Google it. This is a Google session with Tom MacDonald. This is not criticism. This is me telling you what to Google, dude. That's fucked up. Wages don't raise to the rate of inflation, and half of the country hates all of the nation. All of the nation, really. It's... What's that half? I wonder what that half is, you know? Who's hating the nation? What is the half of the nation that hates it? I don't really know. It could be the right. It could be the right-wingers, you know? They hate their country because they like, you know, follow capitalism and they source out all the jobs and they source out all the factories so the people have no jobs and whole cities like Detroit and you know what I'm talking about just go to waste and everything's fucked up. Maybe it's the right-wingers who hate the nation. Maybe it's that's what you meant. I don't know, you know. It's funny that we think the world owes us something. Now you are reproducing the neoliberal thought of pull yourself up by the bootstrap. There is no society. That's what Margaret Thatcher said. There is no society. Nobody owes you anything. You are responsible for yourself. There is no society. There's no such thing, you know. You're just reproducing this without even knowing what you're talking about. This is so funny. All the phones got smart, but the people thought dumb. No, actually people got smarter. Because, you know, internet and smartphones made knowledge available at all times. People are like having Wikipedia all the time, and I noticed that my friends around, I grew up in a time where there was no internet, and then I grew up in a time where there was internet, and I noticed that there was a big change. People could look up stuff on Wikipedia and then they knew what shit was going on, you know. Like before, I don't know how old you are, but if you are old as I am, then you can remember that people back then, like, you know, in the 90s, when there was no real internet, smartphones and stuff like that, even in the 2000s, they said, like, when we had a quarrel, what's the tallest building on earth? Or something stupid like that. Nobody knew it. I said it's that building, you said it's that building, and nobody knew. Then one of us came home and looked up on the internet, yahoo.com. And then they found out that the fucking highest building is that and that building. And then they called each other, but the other person just didn't pick up the fucking phone because they had these wired fucking phones and they were not near the fucking phone. They didn't hear it. And then they didn't reach the fucking phone and this other guy hung up and you didn't know who called you. How the fuck can you say that people that the phones got smart, but the people so dumb? What the fuck you talking about? We care more about the likes on a selfie than our moms. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I fucking care about likes more than about my mom, and so do you. Everybody does that. And that's because we are alienated by this capitalist system and we need self-approval because we are so fucking lost. Okay, but you don't know anything. Google capitalism alienation. Okay, like I said, this thing is just telling you what to Google. And the only time we ever speak the truths when we're drunk. We won't always agree. Nope. I don't hate all police. Nope. Your thoughts and opinions ain't facts, and they're not defining my reality. Nope. Your thoughts and opinions ain't facts. Okay. Interesting. I would like to ask you, do you think you are speaking facts or are you speaking opinions? I don't know. So, and the only time we ever speak the truths when we're drunk, yeah, I can agree with that to an extent, totally. But are you speaking the truth in your lyrics? Are you drunk? Think about that, Pre-chorus again, but it's another one. This guy had time to think up some shitty lyrics. I think picking sides divides. You picked a side and don't even know it. Imagine how much that divides. It's probably what has got us here. Probably, who knows? United States is great regardless. That's what we've forgotten here. Now you're repeating your other thing that was already criticized by other leftists, like where you say that we should be happy we shouldn't criticize the United States because we live in the United States, and United States is great because you can criticize United States. That's why we shouldn't criticize United States. Circle jerk is what it's called, Yeah, and then Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter again. You're so cool with Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter. I know it rhymes. You didn't even have to come up with a rhyme, and it's really flowing, like Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, and you can like make it in different styles, like All Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. You can do whatever you want with this. This is really songable. Let's call it like this. Birdie Circus down. I'm not gonna. Let's go to verse 3. They tell you, be yourself, and then they judge you on the internet. Yeah, because, when you're yourself, you cannot be judged. You cannot be criticized, ever. Like, I myself, I say what I want, and that just forbids you to criticize me. Why would you criticize me for being myself? It's crazy, And that coming from a right-winger who is on the side of people who criticize that you can't be yourself without being criticized, but then trans people who say, for example, I'm a woman, you criticize them like, no, you're not. Yeah? So you want people to be themselves. So then stop criticizing trans people. Stop criticizing the LGBTQ community completely. If you are so fucking woke that you want to allow people to be themselves. How about that? How about we start exactly there? Huh? Yeah, that's a good idea, I think, right? So, tell everybody, tell you yourself and you judge on the internet, till everybody hates you for it. Yeah, you're so poor. You're so poor. What the fuck, dude? If you want to be yourself, you have to pay a price. You have to listen. It's a price. It's not a price. I think you win something, actually. When I started being myself, I recognized that I win something, and that's that people come up to me and tell me what they think of me. And I like that a lot because I can improve on that. Let that sink for a second, okay? If Jesus was alive, I swear to God that you all would cancel him. Because lately being negative is the real new normal. Yeah. that doesn't even rhyme or shit, you know. When I was listening to the song, I thought to myself, nothing's rhyming this time. What the fuck went on? You had a pressure, dude. You had a pressure. It's capitalism. Google capitalism. Again and again. If Jesus was alive, I swear to God that you all would cancel him. So like, okay, I mean, if Jesus was alive, you know that Jesus resurrected. I'm not gonna go this way. I could fuck you up with 50 arguments why you're talking so, why your statement is so full of bullshit. But okay, Jesus resurrected. Let's keep it there, you know, because let it be negatives the real new normal. Yeah. Why are people negative? I don't understand it. Like, they are exploited. They can't pay their rent. They can't just like do anything, you know? They're just so fucking poor. But they're so negative all of a sudden. What the fuck would it be? There are rappers in the charts who are, you know, promoting right-wing ideas and so helping to undermine minorities. And somehow still we feel sad. Why would that be? I just can't imagine that, you know? It's crazy. I know what you mean. It's a real negative world. Google capitalism. What the fuck, dude? If you think you're fat, you're rich, you're bad, you're poor, you're black, you're white, you're whack, they lie. It's facts. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't understand. If you think you're fat, you're rich, you're bad, you're poor, you're black, you're white, you're whack, they lie. It's facts. What is facts? That you're all of that? Who lies then? What the fuck? It makes no sense. I don't understand it. Maybe I'm stupid. If I'm stupid, write it in the fucking comments. I don't get this fucking line. If you think you're fat, you're rich, you're bad, you're poor, you're black, you're white, you're whack, they lie. It's facts. What the fuck is facts? Okay. Never mind. Write it in the comments. My generation needs a bunch of free condoms. Because common sense ain't that common. Like, what the fuck? Needs a bunch of free condoms because common sense. What's the fucking common sense? The common sense is that I make children? Or that I should pay for condoms? Or what the fuck is your fucking common sense in this? You know, this your third verse. You just had a deadline. You just fucking had a deadline. You just wrote something. It makes no sense. The first two verses just like made some sense from your perspective, but this is just ridiculous. You're just saying something. But okay, you just had to fill a third word. Why not make a song since you're not on the fucking radio and have to make up the 3 minutes? Why the fuck don't you just make a song with 2 verses? And repeat the chorus twice. What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay. My generation needs a bunch of free condoms because common sense ain't common. It rhymes. This is what they wanted. This is how they planned it. This is to control everyone on the planet. Who is they? The Jews? Is it the Jews? Or is it the elites? Which is again the Jews? Who is they? Who is they? The capitalists. Is it the capitalists? Yeah, there is really, there are neoliberalists. August Friedrich von Hayek, Ludwig von Mises, Walter Eucken, people like that who met on Mont Pelerin, and they founded the Mont Pelerin Society, from which now we have like all the biggest think tanks in the world. They more or less started the show with the think tanks, like the Heritage Foundations and stuff like that. They all come from the Mont Pelerin Society, which is a neoliberal, not a think tank, but the mother of all think tanks, you know, a society. There is no society except the Mont Pelerin Society. So Google that. Learn something. This is a Google session with Ronald, Tom MacDonald. Then we put each other in caskets, protesting panic. And they take advantage to manage the damage. This is so fucking crazy. I'm not gonna. Then we put each other in caskets, protesting panic, and then they take advantage to manage the damage. Okay, wow. It flows. Okay, let's quit it there. What the fuck? We won't always agree. Nope. Freedom doesn't come free. Nope. Really, freedom doesn't come free. Google capitalism. Nope. There was people fighting, dying overseas so that you could have freedom and be home. There was people fighting, dying overseas? Do you mean the Iraq war? So you get freedom? Is freedom your imperialistic gadgets that you have, like your iPhone and stuff like that? Just people fighting, dying overseas, like you mean exploiting Africa so that you can have a smartphone? You mean this kind of stuff? You know, is that what you mean? That you can have freedom and be home. How do you define freedom? This is the first thing I would ask you. How do you define freedom? I guess you don't know. Liberalism, maybe, huh? But you hate the liberals. So what is freedom for you? What do you understand behind freedom? Let it sink into your head and let us quit this shit, you know. And then, no, please, pre-chorus, now comes the best. Oh my God. I think the elites are real, but they ain't drinking babies' blood. Are they Jews? They're creating chaos so they have something to save you from. Okay. Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. Okay, now you just lost yourself. But I think the elites are real, but they ain't drinking babies' blood. They're creating chaos so we have something to save you from. Okay. Ooh. I would suggest try Noam Chomsky. Do you know Noam Chomsky? Google Noam Chomsky. Noam Chomsky, manufacturing consent. Google Noam Chomsky, manufacturing consent. And that's how I just, I think I quit this because this is ridiculous. Your fucking lyrics are fucking ridiculous. This is, I don't know what to say, you know. This is crazy. Oh, we've got a chatter. Hi, I don't know what to say. I just read it right now. And now I have to spit rhymes like Tom MacDonald does, and nothing fucking rhymes because he's, just putting shit out without writing lyrics because he's got a deadline to impress his fans. This is the thing that's going on. So, okay, well. Oh my God. What the fuck? I have the suspicion. What did I want to say? I think I said everything. Like this guy doesn't know shit about politics, and I would I don't know what to do about this guy. You know, this is amazing. This guy is amazing and crazy. I would. It rhymed. It must be true. Yeah. So I had just to spit the shit out because it just got me so fucking upset listening to this shit. So Tom MacDonald, do us a fucking favor and Google some shit. You know, make yourself a list from what I told you. Google this shit, and you out there who are not Ronald MacDonald, send him this fucking shit that I just said. Send him the cues that what he has to Google, like cues, not like Q, like QAnon, like cues, like the hints. Oh my God. Okay, so Google this shit and have a good one, dude. Just like, please do not bring another song out until you have educated yourself on politics, because this is fucking ridiculous. The right will just hype you, and you will just look at this 30 years from now, and you will just feel fucking ashamed that you were uneducated. So don't do this. Go home or stay at home. Because it's COVID-19 or maybe 21. Stay at home and educate yourself. This is all I have to say to you. And to everybody else, follow the channel, follow on YouTube, and support the channel and shit like that. You know what to do. It's not your first channel. So I see you in the next one, which will be probably tomorrow, because I planned something and then Ronald MacDonald came up with this stupid song. But Ronald MacDonald, you're a good musician. When you have educated yourself, you can make music for the leftists. This will be great. Then I will join you and I will rap a line for you. Like said, I will write lyrics. I will take me some time and support you on everything you do. Okay, cool. Have a nice one.